Hello everyone, especially Sir Khairul Irfan who's watching, who may or may not be watching this video. Today, our team would like to explain our topic about alternative energy for the future. First is the introduction. The current 21st century lifestyle demands a constant, dependable supply of energy to make the world move and be productive. Over-reliance on current non-renewable energy does not bode well for the future of one's nation or the world, because this non-renewable energy derived from fossil fuel, such as coal and petroleum, does not last forever due to its limited supply in the earth. So a proactive action must be taken to ensure the energy demand will continuously be met in the future. All around the world, top scientists and engineers has been trying their best to create the newest black gold for phasing the use of fossil fuel-based energy. Second part is current issues.
All right, for the current issues, as the world population grows and the developing world economic expand, energy demand worldwide continues to increase. Every year, the equivalent of 400 worth of plant, plant growth is burned in the form of coal, oil, and gas. According to the International Energy Outlook 2019, released by the Energy Information Administration, by 2050, the global energy consumption is expected to increase almost 50%. Today, 80% of the world's electrical production comes from fossil and nuclear fuels. Also, all the transportation is fueled by liquid petroleum or gasoline. There are a lot of environmental impacts of non-renewable energy to us and the world. Firstly is the greenhouse gases emission. Different level of fuels release different level of greenhouse gases. For example, coal produces the highest amount of greenhouse gases in contrast to natural gas, which releases the least amount when it is burned. As we burn more non-renewable energy, we continue heating the world, which is harmful for the environment. Next, air pollution. Burning of non-renewable energy will emit pollutants that will affect people's health and the environment. Other than that, land pollution. Unearthing, processing, disposal of the waste that they generate and moving underground oil, gas, and coal deposits take an enormous toll on our landscape and ecosystem. The fossil fuels industry leases vast stretches of land for infrastructure such as wells and pipeline. Lastly is unintended accident. Continue on to solution. The world is currently reliant upon fossil fuels to meet our growing energy needs. Reducing non-renewable energy usage helps protect the limited supply of fossil fuels while decreasing the pollution produced. Additionally, renewable energy has the potential to not only reduce but also eliminate this risk, while providing a range of economic opportunities for businesses and communities to thrive. Here are a few ways to shift from fossil to cleaner energy system. Firstly, invest in energy efficiency. Energy efficiency investment could save billions of money when it is implemented. It will also generate up to 3 times the number of jobs as the same investment in fossil fuels. Next, clean up electric power plant. Power plants are still burning coal, natural gas, or oil, increasing the greenhouse gases emission that hits the planet. 1/4 of consumer emission came from power plant. Next, make economy to run on clean electricity. Lastly is eliminate fossil fuel subsidies. Next.
Okay, for the factors, non-renewable energy will potentially undergo an age of extinction for next 100 of years in the future. So human need an alternative energy to ensure the sustainability of human beings for survival. Hence, example alternative energy will be mentioned in and we emphasize in this slide is are wind energy, solar energy, nuclear energy, and hydropower energy.
Okay, the first energy that we're gonna talk about is wind energy. An energy that transforms the kinetic energy of the wind into mechanical power. The kinetic energy of the air flows provides the motive force that turns the wind turbine blades and then eventually will rotate the shaft that produce mechanical energy to power the generator in the wind turbine. Advantages and disadvantages. Advantages: continuous source of energy, clean source of energy, no emission into the atmosphere, does not add to the thermal burden of the earth. Advantages: for most locations, the wind density is low, wind velocity must be greater than 7 miles per hour to be usable in most areas. Yes. Second energy that we've chosen is solar energy, an energy that derives from the sun. This energy can be used to generate electricity and heat. Advantages and disadvantages. Advantages: low maintenance costs, no negative environmental impact, value added property, source of energy is renewable. Disadvantages: low efficiency, waste of land, dependency on latitude, high cost for initial installation.
So basically, nuclear energy is used to generate electricity, which use the principle of neutron collide with uranium atoms and splitting them. This split releases neutrons from the uranium that in turn collide with other atoms, causing the chain reactions. This reaction is being controlled with control rods that absorb neutrons. For the advantages and disadvantages, for the advantages, nuclear power plants are cheap to operate, stable and predictable generating costs, long lifetime, low external costs. Meanwhile, for the disadvantages of the nuclear power plant is high upfront capital costs that can trigger financial constraint problem, sensitive to interest rate, long lead time such as planning and construction. And the last one is hydropower energy. Hydropower energy is energy that converting the potential energy by water force by electromechanical means. As usual, for the advantage and disadvantages, advantages is clean fuel source, renewable power source, generally available, and the last one is offer a variety of recreational activities such as fishing, swimming, and boating. For the disadvantages, so the building of them can impact the fish populations, and then can impact the water quality and flow that can directly affect the dissolved oxygen level in water, and it can be impacted by drought when there is no water or the water level is low. The dam cannot produce electricity. And the last one, human lose the land, and flora and fauna lose their natural habitats, and local culture or historical site maybe cannot be seen due to the construction of them.
Okay, for the industrial application, first we have the solar energy. Solar energy, we have the Nyagan Solar Plant is located on an agricultural property nearly 10 kilometers from Nyagan town. This town receives a decent amount of sunlight, making it a suitable place for a solar farm. The solar plant will be installed on a 460 hectare site, but use nearly 250 hectares of land in the solar sector. The site is flat and a rural property, making it a very productive place for the construction of a solar plant. So this is the solar farm at Nyagan. Okay. Next we have the wind energy. The wind energy for the industrial application for wind energy are the Makatur wind farm. This wind farm was designed by contractors Vistas and Lincoln. So this Makata wind farm is situated on 3 properties which are used to graze sheep. The 5,500 hectare land is about 16 kilometers from Makatur. The wind farm consists of 140 3 megawatt turbines, giving a huge total of 420 megawatt. It not only saves about 1.5 million tons of greenhouse gases per year, it's the biggest wind farm in the southern hemisphere. So this is the plan outline for the Makatul wind farm. So next we have the hydropower energy. For the industrial application of hydropower energy is called as Snowy Mountain Project. The Snowy Mountain Project is a 3,950 megawatt hydroelectric power production plant situated in Australian Southern Alps in the Snowy Range. The Snowy Mountain scheme is constructed where steep mountains are situated, easily turning the turbines because of the extra use of gravitational energy. And next, for the nuclear energy, lastly, for the nuclear energy, in order to improve the role of nuclear energy technologies to the future, advanced nuclear solution, now known as Generation 4, need to be developed. This program involves the nuclear reactor and its energy conversion device, as well as the necessary facilities for the whole fuel cycle, from material production to final disposal of waste.
So, as a conclusion, an alternative energy is needed to replace reliance of human over crude oil as the source of energy. The variety of alternative energy beside wind energy, solar energy, nuclear energy, and hydropower. Nevertheless, humans not yet completely rely on this alternative energy, and has some huge percentage that humans still depend on crude oil. Due to this, alternative energy has no technology to increase its efficiency to generate more electricity or power. Although these alternative energy have its advantages, but there's still some disadvantages or cons that may happen on these alternative energy systems. And we humans need to create some safety precautions or standard operation procedure during emergency in order to minimize the risk of damage in case any emergency situation occur. For instance, alternative energy that involving a radiation material, such as a nuclear power system. So if this alternative energy can be utilized by safe manner, it can bring benefits to the world, society, or humans, and it can supply the need of energy in long term. I think that's all from us. Thank you.